Greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads. Today, before we start, our disclaimer. This is an adult podcast that sometimes features adult language used by some of the adults. You have been warned.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes, the Pathfinder has spoken. So, all that said, we have Patreon going for both Black Dragon Gaming and the Inn of Planar Crossroads. Of Black Dragon Gaming, Tommy is joining us today, and he has some cool stuff going on at his channel for both Pathfinder 2nd Edition and a fond, not necessarily farewell, but a fond send-off and welcoming of the new thing with a tournament that's happening also. So if you've got a min-maxed to all who knows what, then you can submit it, and Tommy will say, hey, yeah, that works, or this doesn't.
But you gotta hurry, because if we're streaming this on Twitch, the giveaway ends tomorrow. So you guys on YouTube, It's too late. It's too late. You missed it.
Too late for YouTube.
But
suck it.
As far as the Patreon for Inn of Planar Crossroads, if we reach $50 a month, we are going to give away a rule book. When we reach $100 a month, we're going to give away a second. I ordered one for myself, and then I ordered one to give away, a special edition Pathfinder 2E playtest core rulebook. So that should be for you collectors out there, or someone that might want to get in on that. We need to get up to $100 a month on the Patreon for us to give that away, and I will keep it all nice and pretty until that point is reached. You see, current session is 45, I think, of Rise of the Runelords, which you guys are going to continue to make your way through. You guys are going to continue to make your way through the Grohl Farm Estate, or Grohl Homestead, or however they want to put it, and we'll see what goes on there. As far as the next time we're going to do a subscriber one-shot, that's going to be at 200. Colin has volunteered to run that, as we've been announcing for a while now. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to come in to 180. We're almost to 180, I believe.
20
we are
more.
180, just checked.
All right.
So 20 more. 90% of the way there.
Make that final push, and then Colin will have to run a game.
Yes, I'm excited because...
Push it real good.
I'm telling you,
there's the next
once we
cutout.
get together,
That was honestly that was almost on time.
It was, yeah, it was sweet.
In June, it's going to be like 50% of us on the session is going to be beatboxing or singing or pun streams, just streams of puns coming out. It's going to be
a real good weekend for sure.
No, but it'll be so much more cogent because we'll be in person.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've got a good camera to record with, so it'll all be nice and crisp too. Next subscriber appreciation, like we said, is going to be 200 with Colin. He's going to run a very fun game. I'm looking forward to watching it and getting to see it. This month's monthly giveaway is going to be our a Think Geek Critical Hit D20 mug. So there we go.
I want that.
Stylish.
Yeah, it is. It's that classic Dungeons and Dragons red. So there you go. And as far as new series, don't think we have anything. We're re-releasing some of our older stuff onto this channel that we did way back before our equipment was as good, but we wanted to go ahead and have it on this channel so that everyone had one place to go to, and that is the Wild Heart series. It's actually pretty fun, and if you want to see myself play a barbarian that is constantly trying to advise the merchant on how to do merchant stuff, even though he's a cleric of Erastil.
Yeah, the merchant who is a very, very bad priest.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's got Joel on the front. We love Joel.
Yeah, and it does. You're right. It does have Joel. He was the sneaky scout. Came in handy, I think, in the woods that we had to venture through.
Oh, definitely.
I believe that's everything. We're prepping for 2nd edition coming up, or at least the playtest. We're going to be doing some one-shots. We're going to be doing a change to the homebrew world, and it should be a lot of fun. We're going to incorporate a story into us kind of transitioning into playing with that and tinkering with that second edition, which looks to be pretty interesting. I like some of the stuff they're doing. Speaking of which, keep up with that with Tommy on his channel and all the stuff he's talking about with that.
I'm actually
I think
very
that's
impressed.
everything.
There were only like 2 threads on the Paladin video that degenerated into not even that bad of fights, just like peaceful disagreements. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you, YouTube. Well done.
Wait, YouTube nerds, peaceful disagreement?
Right? Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know what world I live in now.
We've entered some kind of
To be fair-
singularity.
We've crossed
To
the
be
second.
fair, we are all technically not just YouTube nerds, but YouTube nerds that make YouTube content. And
Yeah,
we
we're the
have
worst.
peaceful disagreement. So
We do, yeah.
here we go.
I think
All
we
right.
passed into
I think
2E.
that's it. Hmm?
I think we
What?
passed into 2E, second edition.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's everything. So let's get started. Last time, when we left our heroes, they were venturing through the Groll farm, making their way around the homestead itself, the homestead home itself, and they encountered a couple people that they weren't expecting to still be in there. They were expecting mainly traps, and yeah, this place seems to be trapped to all the nines.
I guess one
But-
could say we didn't get lucky. Ha.
Take away hero point. No, I'm playing.
I'm glad I made that
So-
joke outside of the session.
I'm glad I made it right now. I think that should have been session 44 is the game gets lucky through the chest
Yep.
with a spear.
Well, we will see. We will see what happens because you guys decided to split up this time, and we'll bounce back and forth to that.
Actually, on
So-
that note, Nahkräs wasn't role-playing very well a week ago, so before we go down the stairs, he's going to look at Gideon. We should not split up. They're carrying a child, and Zot's my way back over with the rest of the squad.
Oh, okay.
All right, now I forgot we have a big green nanny.
Yeah.
You like it?
Oh man, now I want to see like that show with Fran Drescher, The Nanny.
Oh, God.
I want to see that show's theme. Please, if there is a fan watching that does this, please.
Didn't she have a really bad
Um,
Boston accent, the nanny?
And her laugh.
Oh, that's bad. I can't do that.
I
That's
picture
across the
Vin
path,
Diesel's the pacifier, but just with the
Yep.
cross.
Yeah. Nanny Nahkräs.
What I was getting to, I want someone, if there's a viewer that can do this, I want someone to make an AMV of Nahkräs, take the nanny song, the nanny theme song, and put it reworked with Nahkräs as the nanny. That would be
Even if it's just like a
Hilarious.
shitty photoplasty of Nahkräs's official art head, whenever that finally comes in, just like bobbling back and forth on Regis' head.
Tight. I'm checking my Gmail now because it's supposed to come in sometime this week. Hasn't come in yet.
well. Who would have guessed that the orc that was described would have been exactly what Gideon prescribed? So I mean, that's,
Oh.
okay. We need to start in. We need to start in
That hurt.
before we start. I know it hurts so good.
I described my foot.
All right, we're going down the stairs.
Yeah, going down the stairs. Who all are we going to split up, or are we not?
We can, but me and Emyrelda are taking Nahkräs apparently.
Yep. I'm okay with spending half the session watching Gideon do. I guess that's the basement over here.
The number 1 goes down. Number 2
Oh, I
goes
see.
up.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, so did I actually.
It's hard to tell when number 1
Let
is
me make-
blacked out.
Let me make
Yeah.
sure. No, you guys were right. You guys are right. That was me getting
Ha-ha!
mixed up. Number 1 goes up.
Red go down, yellow goes up.
All right, we're going up then.
Yeah,
Okay.
I maintain that.
Do you think it would go faster if we just all went up?
Probably.
That is also true.
Probably.
Well, I maintain that we could have split the party if it was more clean down the middle. But if we're all going downstairs, we shouldn't have Gideon alone go. Or we
Yeah.
should. We are going to split the party. Let's go clean half, or let's all just go one direction.
I agree.
But I maintain that like Gideon and Nahkräs together could probably handle themselves. The 3 of us together probably.
Flipping a coin.
We're
We're all staying together. Get over here, Gideon.
Got it.
God damn it. He doesn't want to leave the back. He doesn't want to leave it unguarded. Is the issue.
Oh, there's like a bajillion
But
of us. If
can't-
anybody comes in, we'll just murder them.
My concern is for those resting in the barn. Should something
Alright.
creep out of the basement.
Fine. Well, you can stand guard, but don't go downstairs because that would make everything go somehow slower.
We'll cause a temporal shift. Trust me, I'm a wizard.
Time is fickle.
Says the guy who worships Abadar.
Money is also fickle.
Time
Yes.
is money, friend. Needs to be a goblin.
Oh. Mm,
All right, let's
that's
go.
your
then.
goblin voice.
That's my goblin voice from World of Warcraft when you'd click on them and they go, "Time is money,
Yep.
friend."
Yep.
Time is money, friend.
Time is
That was a
money,
little better.
friend.
So, up the stairs we go.
Okay. So everybody comes up.
Or
I'll
is
go
Gideon
first just to
standing guard?
check doorways for traps and stuff because they seem to be pretty fond of that.
Yeah.
And I will bring up the rear because that is hilarious.
Nahkräs will go right behind Magpie, and I haven't been doing this correctly. I'm gonna start doing it now. I'm gonna roll a survival check. I have scent, and I'm trying to like find tracks with my nose, essentially. See if I can like point out what rooms the bad guys, if bad guys there are, a natural 20, in the various rooms.
So which of these rooms smells particularly like ass?
Yeah. It's the total is because I realize that doesn't count for skill checks. 30.
My total is 29 to perceive traps.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Emmy will
You
cast a
guys-
message on Gideon just so that they have a line of communication while he's standing guard, if that's what he chooses to do.
Yeah, his concern is he doesn't want. He's protecting you guys.
He's protecting the arrows.
the
Yeah.
arrows. He's
Gotcha.
torn.
Yeah. Yeah, Nahkräs agrees the arrows are very important. I've spent way too much time at work thinking about how I want to assault Fort Rannoch with you guys.
Dun dun dun.
Stoked!
All right.
No, please don't.
Where's
put
the
cat
siege mage
in
when
front
you
of
need
me.
one?
I'm gonna feel
Like,
bad
retrain.
if a scythe trap goes off and fucking wangs your cat in the head.
Does it target armor class?
Probably.
That's an armor class of 31. I have faith. Because the War Cat was not intended for Rise of the Runelords.
So just for sake of argument, I'll have an active perception going and have a swing ready for anything that comes up the stairs. But he's also going to basically be ready and trying to see if anything's going on outside.
Okay. We'll do a perception challenge for you then. Roll me 3 perception checks while you're standing
Okay.
guard. Magpie and Nahkräs, you guys working together, kind of using a few signals or things like that. You don't smell anything that's particularly out of place, nor do you see any traps in this area. The smell is really hard to work with because of how fecid and disgusting this particular house is.
Fair enough.
Not to mention that Wayko's carrying a viscera painting,
Yeah.
and it
I
carries the
thought we
smell of
left
the
them
house.
outside.
Yeah, this is Divinity 2.
Oh,
You
that's
can't
right.
carry that.
That's right. He threw it outside onto the porch to get later.
And let the smell sort of air out, hopefully.
On the porch that is also covered in said grime. Got it.
Yeah. At least there's
Alright,
more
Gideon.
airflow.
Yeah.
All right, so if survival with scent doesn't pick anything out, I'm going to try a perception check. It is considerably worse. It's 21. My War Cat will aid another and succeed. 23.
All right. So 21 and 23, you are able to. It's very quiet up here. Both Magpie and Nahkräs and the War Cat. I mean, there's creaking because the wind is blowing. Actually, with that perception check, you guys would feel like it's getting really cold for how warm it was earlier today. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything in here. Though a very cold breeze comes in, and that's about it. Oh,
Have we spent a lot of time in this house?
not to your knowledge. I mean, Mazus would know, especially with someone keeping mental track of time.
Yeah, like 10
That-
minutes. We've been running back and
Yeah.
forth looking for stuff.
So I can, without making a knowledge nature check, can I confirm that it is unnaturally cold up here for some reason?
Well, it is winter.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna try a knowledge nature and see what happens.
Okay.
26.
This type of temperature shift usually is not normal. It's usually reserved more for this quick of a shift is usually indicative of a weather front or something coming in. So.
All right. Nahkräs is gonna try to keep quiet, but at the same time be loud enough that everyone up here can hear him. It's going to snow soon. We need to take the fort quickly. We need to be done with this now.
Storms are brewing. Mountain storm.
Correct.
Oh, we're
Mountain
not taking
storm.
the
We only
storm
hear you
today.
a little.
First thing in the morning, perhaps, but not today.
That is correct. I've killed my cloak of resistance. I need to pay you to make me a new one.
I don't really want to be in this farmhouse when that snow gets here either.
Neither do I.
Frozen shit still smells like shit.
Actually, it smells worse.
Well, let's get done with this then.
I agree. Nahkräs is gonna dismount and, like, as Magpie moves forward, I'm just gonna have my bow out and ready for, like, if a spooky Yoopy opens the door, just
All right, let's check these doors.
Orc cat squeezing behind.
The first one is a natural 20. The second one is a 5. So that's
All right. So which one came first, left or right?
left and right. So that'd be a 36, and the second one's a 21.
Okay. All right. So you kind of feel around, look around. There's nothing on the left. Doesn't appear to be anything on the right either. So far, you're all right.
I think we're clear. I'm gonna go left.
Left first. Okie dokie. Get this. Get your asset in here.
He almost said a swear.
Yes, it was cost adjacent.
Wayko says something relevant to the scenario. Am I super loud now?
Oh, you're great.
No, you're actually pretty good right now.
Gloria.
So Nahkräs is gonna
on,
move
man.
up just a wee bit. I keep hitting my keyboard thinking I'll move along the tiles, but that doesn't work. Orc cat continues to squeeze.
There's no grade.
There's no grade. No. All right. So you go left. I couldn't get the thing to come in for me, right? So we will just describe and use our imaginations. All right. So you open up and you can actually see, all right, there's some moonlight coming in. It's still dim light in here, but you can get some moonlight here and some moonlight here.
I do have
And-
low light vision.
Okay. Then
Is
you
it
can
dark
see
out?
the whole.
It's getting dark
Yep.
out.
Okay. Because I thought we were only in here 10 minutes and we did it like... Oh, no, we started the night. That's correct.
Yeah, y'all started in the evening, late afternoon into the evening. Sun was setting, and 10 minutes for a sunset can make a whole difference.
That's quite true.
So
It's just
you
beds.
come here. It does. It looks like a bedroom. This room is filled with large, filthy beds. Human skulls and antlers fixed to them are mounted on the bedposts and headboards. Against the west wall sits a large cedar chest, which I was trying to find a token for, but sorry. I have to imagine
All right. So there's only 2 doors here, right? This is a wall.
that it does appear to be a wall, yes.
Alrighty. So, man, when you say it like that, I want to start disbelieving illusions.
Nah, that's a door. It's white.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mazus. And there's no doors in here either, as Nahkräs with dark vision pokes his head in. This is one room.
It appears to be.
Alrighty. Nahkräs is going to stealthily open this door right here. Stealth check is a 23.
Okay. It is good that you have dark vision because there are no windows apparently in this room, or they are covered, depending on you haven't seen this other side.
Mhm.
And you look in here, and there are tables strewn with beakers and glass vials on that one portion that you can see right there. Old tin cans, rope, animal traps, twisted bits of metal, spikes, bones, all manner of junk litters the area. In one corner that you kind of make out a little bit, if you just peek in, there seems to be some old furniture and other keepsakes.
Alrighty. So since this room appears to be a lot bigger, Nahkräs is gonna lean into this room and clear the bedroom. Then we'll go in here. and just have his bow trained for the first ugly that pops his head up.
All right, I'll make a real quick, like, full room search.
Okay.
I don't figure there's probably anything stashed in these beds, but he'll, like, flip over some of the covers with the end of his sword and check under the mattresses and stuff, and that'll be about it.
All right, you kind of flip over the covers on some of the beds, and even with your sword, flies buzz out of it. There's all types of manner of bodily fluids and excretions on there as you move it up. Toilet hygiene was not apparently one of their strong suits, so
Skid
there
marks
we go.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a 30 for perception.
Aside from the chest in here, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot.
There's a
Just
chest in
mainly
here?
for sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes, a cedar chest that I was trying to find a token for, but it didn't work.
I wonder if Ogrekin are smart enough to hire mimics. Probably not, right? Well, they
I'm
build
gonna
traps.
assume not.
You guys, forever on now, you guys sing to every chest just before you try to go close and open it, just to see.
See if there's a little Gafflin in there doing drugs.
Yeah. Doody, who do you be?
Doody doody.
Oh, Aiden. Man, that is a fine-looking chest, Adam. That is so good.
Big brown box.
Appropriate for the
Ooh,
Ogrekin.
I know. Well, it was supposed to be a cedar chest. Oh well.
It is what it is.
All right. You want to go ahead and peek in the chest?
Yeah, is it locked?
It does appear to be. Well, it doesn't appear to be locked.
All right, I'll check it for traps because,
Because you're smart.
like I said, one of these ogres clearly has some sort of engineering degree. 28.
You kind of look at it. It doesn't appear to be trapped on the outside, but as you're kind of lifting it up, you hear something go, and you're like, oh, and you let it back down, and you kind of peek in there, and you slide in one of your tools, just right, and you're able to open it and hold the pin, and there was a, for lack of a better word, a blade that would chop at your hand, a hand chopper that would just go and cut it if you stuck your hand in there, and if you just opened it and put your hand in. So
Oh, okay.
you'd successfully get that, and it appears to be made of an old war razor or something of similar make.
Oh, so not even dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous if it crits.
So's the kitchen table.
Well, have you been hit with a kitchen table? I mean, that
Yes.
would hurt.
Yeah.
As if on cue, he just, yeah, that would hurt.
And who knows, could have been, say, poisoned like those spikes in the first room.
It's just covered in fecal matter.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so if that chest is clear, with Wayko up here, Wayko,
Chest
could
is
you
clear
keep quiet?
Magpie,
Room is
you
clear.
glance in and you see a sack of coins that contains a mix of copper, silver, and gold.
Empty
along
room.
Empty room, along with about 17 mostly skeletal severed fingers.
Ew.
Perhaps they were there from getting cut off for people reaching in without permission or something.
Yeah, no, still out loud. Ew. Right.
So Nahkräs will look down at
I'll
Wayko.
take
Can
that
you be
and
quiet?
drop that down, and then come back out.
Okay.
Nahkräs is going to try to stealth into the room, hoping that Wayko can do the same.
All right, I guess it's time for me to do that thing I'm great at, sneaking. Subtlety is like
Yeah.
the middle name of every character I've ever played.
I'm smelling some sarcasm over here in the States.
Hey, you guys.
26.
It smells oddly like fecal paintings.
Ugh, beautiful ones. The best.
That's beautiful.
To be fair, those were only the browns. The reds were clearly from some kind of maintained blood.
Modified 20 onto sneaky.
All right.
That's not bad.
So you guys start
I don't
to
mess
sneak
around.
in. You don't see anything yet.
Alrighty, I'm gonna just keep spamming those survival checks to see if I can find what's in here. It is a 25 to pick up the trail of that dude. Assuming there's a
You
dude in
don't-
there, I guess.
Right. You smell again.
Let's have a
You
smell,
and
alright?
your cat smell and
Ooh, wafting, wafting. Oh, everyone likes their own brand, don't they? This is magic. All right, analysis. Oh, it smells like carrots and throw up. Oh, that could gag a maggot. I smell like hot, sick ass and a dead carcass. Oh, even Stink would say that stinks. You know when you go to an apartment building and you smell other people's cooking on each floor and you're going, what are they cooking? That plus crap.
it still smells horrible. The house smells horrible in general, so it's hard to pick up individual scents anyway. But
Okay.
you're pretty sure you don't smell anyone in this room. This room actually has a more acrid smell.
All right.
It's more pungent, but not in a decay way, more in a stuff in those beakers kind of way.
I see.
Like a
Smells
piece
like
of
science
cheese
class.
has been left out, so it's all nice and aged a little bit too long. You don't want to eat that with a little sausage.
Ugh.
I'm gonna go northeast 10 feet, like Bazort.
Bazort,
And-
Bazort.
Is that's okay? That's nice and zorty. Nothing
it's zorty.
stops me. I don't get guillotined in the head, no. And then I'm gonna peek right around the corner.
Nahkräs will have his bow ready for when something charges at Wayko.
When something inevitably plows me through the wall and out onto the ground outside.
No. You keep walking around in the dark. Don't see anything. Just
Seems
see
fine.
stuff.
All right, Nahkräs is gonna go here.
And you still see a bunch of junk, basically. But there's also those vials and stuff like that.
Not
All
really.
right.
Spider webs?
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to roll perception right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. We have a 28 and a 14.
All right. Well, you
Modified 21 modified. Oh, if there's something alive in the room, like something that can feel fear, it would be a 23 against them because I still have the murderer's mask on.
Oh, so everybody that rolled above a 22 looks up at the ceiling and sees a giant spider. No, I'm playing. There's no ogre spider in here. You
No more venom. Aw.
you look around. Your perception doesn't see any creatures, but you do see some interesting vials on the desk.
Alrighty. So Nahkräs is gonna look back in the direction of the door. It appears to be clear.
Emmy will step in, and if he says it's clear, she's gonna put on some dancing lights because it's pretty dark in here.
Okay.
That way she can see what's going on.
All right. Your little motes of light come out of you, and it lights up the area in a blue, purple, kind of a green glow, depending on which one's closest to what area. You see boards. They're a little bit cleaner. Clean is a relative term in this house, but this particular room seems to be better kept up than the other rooms.
Less contaminated.
Less feces, more dust.
Yeah.
Well, Nahkräs has
Well-
no way of identifying what's in those vials. I'm gonna
Wayko's-
pick one up and pass it to Emmy. Do you know what this is?
Well, first thing is first, detect magic on it. See if there's any kind of ores I can get off of it.
Okay. You spend a little time. Well,
Man, my dumbass. I'm gonna make a knowledge nature check. I think that might be poison.
so it is not magic. Does not look magic from what you're getting with the detect. And
All right. That's
It's
the
a 27,
case.
Adam.
18 for Emmy to aid with knowledge nature.
Okay. You guys look at it together, and you're like, "Oh, us." Dog.
More
This is
ogre
acid.
spider venom. Oh, okay. Also good.
This is what?
You
Acid.
find a flask of acids, is what that is, and it was on one of the tables. You guys can poke around a bit more if you want to, and you're not sure, but based on your perception checks, you think if you rummage around a bit, you might be able to find a few more things like it or some other stuff.
Yeah, sure. It's more
Ogre
ammo
cleaning supplies.
for the bombardier ravens that have no ammo. Perception check is a 24.
All right. Let me see.
You find a bottle of ogre bounty.
Man, that will probably
Roll me-
eat through a lot of stuff.
Let me see. Emmy, roll me a d10.
A D10, huh?
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
8. So, you guys poke around for, probably about 8 minutes, you would guess. And you're able to find 5 flasks of acid, and you find about 3 sets of full sets of something that you've seen Magpie use before, which are thieves' tools, and these seem to be actually pretty well made.
Huh.
If no one has any objections, Nahkräs is going to pocket all of the acid flasks, because we do more damage without them now.
But the birds!
Exactly.
Emmy will poke her way back into A9 and take some of the thieves' tools with her.
Okay. You see Mazus in there looking at Magpie's, kind of going, "What'd you find, Magpie? Huh? What'd you find?
Yeah.
What's in the chest, Magpie?"
Well, what is in the chest, Magpie?
Fingers. Fingers and a knife. Looks like a cruel practical joke.
Emmy will walk over, sort of see if Magpie has a free hand that she can hand him some of the tools that she found, see what he thinks, if they are of quality make.
All right. The 26 sleight of hand.
26 sleight of hand. Mazus might be
Ooh.
able to see you. Well, actually, Emmy and Nahkräs and Mazus would need to roll to see if you.
When did Nahkräs get in here?
When he followed the person with the baby. 17 plus 11 is a 28 perception.
25.
So it looks like Mazus saw it too.
No, Mazus.
And
Emmy saw
Emmy
nothing.
didn't see anything.
Mazus was short by 1.
It was
That's
probably the
motive,
last
perception.
you needed to. Oh, perception, yeah.
And then Wayko shows up. What are you guys doing?
13.
All right. So
I see. This week is the episode where we police the rogue.
Emmy was probably the last person you had to worry about. That's the funny part.
Mazus and Nahkräs kind of catch the sarcasm in narratively. They catch the sarcasm or facetiousness in Magpie's nothing, just fingers and a knife. And then they look at each other, and then they look and they watch him as he kind of goes very, very well. Just kind of slips a bag of stuff over to the side as Emmy's walking up to him with the tools.
Oh, a bag of gold. Wonderful. Thank you.
You don't know
Magpie.
what's in the bag.
Does it
Could be
clink?
more fingers.
Emmy, may I see what's in the bag, please? And I'll move over. I'm not trying to move
Bag?
the workout.
What bag?
All right, I will take the bag from wherever Magpie put it and open it.
Hey, those are my personal effects. Whoa, hey.
I'm sure he squawks kind of like a bird. Ah! What are you doing?
Your hospital bill has come due. You know.
Hey, Galarian can have universal health care like a civilized country. You don't know that.
Hey. Yeah, I don't know that. I'm American.
All right.
What does Magpie think of the tools, at least?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, also what's in
Magpie
that bag,
assesses
just so we can write it
tools,
down.
While Mazus and Nahkräs
count
only
their money.
Mazus count the money.
Mazus pulls
So
out those
the
little
money
scales.
Well, yeah, Mazus counts it with a Rain Man-like efficiency. Just dumps it out on the bed and knows exactly how much is there.
Praise Abadar.
So,
The sack of coin contains a mix of 120 copper pieces, 110 silver pieces, and 23 gold pieces, and an occasional skeletal severed finger.
I told you there were more fingers.
you have to take that again. How many of each?
120, 110, and 23, I think.
Yep, 120 copper, 121 copper, 110 silver, 23 gold.
Oh, tithe for the church.
There you go. And Magpie, as you look over those bits of you look over those tools. There are actually 3 sets of Masterwork Thieves tools. So,
Gary, you didn't find these in here, did you?
She did.
These couldn't have belonged to the ogres.
Nahkräs too.
They probably stole it from someone.
Whoever built the traps, quite possibly.
ooh, my dice are hot tonight.
We should go check on Gideon. I hear the GM rolling dice, and I'm gonna go to the stairs. Also, because it seems like we're done up here.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much pieced out of this place.
So in between that time,
Before
as
heading
they've been
down,
up there,
Emmy'll hop into A10 real quick and see if she can find secret doors.
secret passage, secret
Yeah.
Passage.
Anything hidden somewhere up here?
It did seem really easy up here.
Yeah.
You go with your detect, and no sonar comes back.
Aw. Oh well.
No secret passage. No secret passage.
Oh,
Alright,
that's probably going to be going for like how many minutes? I think it's 1 minute per level.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We got a minute. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Gideon, how are things?
Well, you guys come down
I don't
towards
know.
Gideon. Yeah.
Gideon's
Thank you.
converted to Asmodeus and is playing a tyrant now.
It's stanky in here.
So Gideon, you coming towards the end of the time that they're up there a good 30 minutes probably. They spent 8 minutes just looking around in that one room, and then they're talking and stuff like that. You could hear them. You know, they were quiet. They were quiet until they found that there was nothing up there, and then you can kind of hear them through the floorboards walking around.
That's mentioned a giant cat walking around on the floorboards. This is a well-made house.
Yeah, it's got kind of this click, 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 click on the front on the floorboards. So you heard them walking around and stuff. You thought you heard like a rat sound from down from the door you're guarding, but you kind of just like probably not. They probably would have eaten the rats. Was your guessing? So nothing strange happened, but you do not think you're still kind of on your guard as far as that's concerned. And you're right there by the window, so you would also see. You came in here when it was warm, but you're feeling with the open door at A4, you're feeling that cold air come in. And you kind of glance out as everybody's coming down, and just before they get into the room, you kind of glance out into out the window, and you see a little flake come down.
Okay.
It has begun to snow.
Nahkräs is gonna poke his head out the door really quickly. Now that I can see the sky overhead, I want to make that knowledge nature check one more time. It's a 26. I want to make sure this is natural and not that, because the back of Nahkräs' head, somebody's been scrying on the party, and now if they're like control weathering at the party, that would be bad, and I would like to know about it.
If you listen really hard, you can hear Christopher Lee on top of a mountain, like.
You hear this the best metal voice you've heard. Whatever. Belting out.
Rumbling over the horizon, I shed blood of Saxon men.
It was okay.
All right. I've never listened to it, so I wouldn't know. But
You have to approach it like opera. If you approach it like metal, it's really bad.
It's either that or you
really good.
basically hear him telling Peter Jackson, I know exactly what it sounds like to stab somebody in the back.
Yeah.
I think
I've done it. I illegally hunted Nazis in the 40s.
I was gonna say exactly what it feels like to fight an old man with nothing but a cheese wire.
So far, so
So
quiet. Should take a look downstairs, make sure it's all safe, then we can make our way.
I agree.
Hopefully beat this weather.
Indeed, the weather is getting worse, so we should get out of here as soon as possible.
What do I think about the weather, Adam?
Yeah, they're saying they're remarking about the weather that way, and you're agreeing because the sooner you guys get the downstairs taken care of, the better. Because this shift, if natural, is indicative of a very, very strong storm. If not, if unnatural, which is actually your hunch that it probably is an unnatural one, would still be problematic.
God forbid we have to choose one of these two buildings to hunker down in.
Yeah. So Gideon's going to
Definitely
be
the
Gideon. I am
The
Nahkräs.
barn.
Definitely the barn.
Vote on.
Nahkräs is going
I
to
have
step back into
this.
the room. Good.
If Nahkräs mentions that this does not seem natural,
Yeah, Nahkräs is going to look at Gideon. We'll look at everyone and just, this storm isn't natural. We need to get out of here now. Look over at Gideon. Loud and fast. We don't have time to poke around. Magpie first to find the traps.
this is
Gideon and I behind to kill the despoilers. And move for the door.
Okay, I want that spear you have is a reach weapon, right?
Yeah, I will pass it to you.
No, I want you right behind me.
Okay, deal. My cat has a reach of bigger than 5 as well, so...
Yeah, but your cat also has to squeeze to get through these hallways.
Yeah, that's true. So just walk a little slower. Loud and fast can also mean move a little slow. Just don't, like, poke at every square.
Okay, check the door. Ooh, bad roll. That's a
it
19.
was already open.
Okay, never mind.
Ooh, bad roll. Oh, it's open. Whoop.
And Gideon will probably comment, while you're still following us, it's the same thing that happened at the farm.
Well, just another chance to kill the bitch.
Death to the despoiler. You're right, Gideon. I didn't think of that.
We found an evil, may we burn her?
Does she float like a duck?
So down the stairs we go.
Yep.
All right.
Is Gideon staying behind to make sure that to keep an eye on the guys if
arrows.
Nawalia shows up? Yeah, from outside.
One of us should. Well, Greg, you had to sit out the last one. If you want to do this one, Nahkräs can go sit with the arrows.
You can just leave.
Just say Aaron's doing it.
Leave a pet outside.
Yeah. Well, what about Aaron and Meg? Yeah.
Aaron.
What about that
they're in-
griffin?
We need to get back to the cart, but yes,
They're at the
Wagon.
cart.
we need to get the cart.
I see.
Which you
Y'all are
probably would be the quickest person to do that, Nahkräs, to be
You are
honest.
me.
All right, so what's going to happen is Nahkräs and the Warcat. I'm going to put the stag aspect on my Warcat to increase my speed by 5 feet. We're just going to... Do I know where the cart is before I say I'm going to bolt out the door?
Yes, you know where the card is. Everyone traveled
Sweet.
with the card, and then.
Well, I mean, like, where it is
Something
now,
like that.
because I took off and left
Yes.
it. And then
Yeah,
here we
no,
are.
we know where it is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
for no
down
other
the
reason
path.
than because we had to chase it for a mile.
Down the
Yeah,
path
fair
and to the left.
All right, Nahkräs is going to take the run action down, and as soon as I grab Aaron and Meg and tell them to watch the barn, I'm going to head back for downstairs.
Okay,
Which
you
might
do
be a little
know.
bit.
Yeah, that would take 30 to 45 minutes round trip, even with
Alright.
your ability to move through things quickly.
Woods. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be in the basement for 30 minutes. So.
Well, Aaron could probably cast, like, Expeditious Retreat or something on the Warcat to increase my move speed as well.
Yeah, there are possibilities, but you're not getting that cart through the thickets, so the cart
That's
stays
true.
on the road.
Well, doesn't the road come to like up through around the thicket?
It does.
Yeah.
This road right here does not butt up against the main road. This is only cleared out because they walk it a lot. Once you
Oh.
leave this little area here, it kind of disperses into thick woods.
So this isn't a road. This is just where the stuff has been knocked down.
Should go down, knock at the back door, shady thicket.
Alrighty.
There is the option of taking the arrows that way too. It's up to you guys. So
I think we'd be better off fortifying in the barn than
Alright.
fortifying on the open road.
We need to count to 3,
Yeah.
and each 3 of you guys who are on the stairs
Yeah.
right now will kick open
crowd
one of those
should-
doors.
Probably take
1,
the
2,
arrow
3,
with
try
him to
back.
get the cart though.
Try, man.
Yeah, I agree with what Emmy's saying. I will tell. Do I know what Jacoby's title is?
Jacobies?
Yeah. That's his name, right?
Jacardrus.
Jacardrus. Yeah, I have some kind of weird J name.
Jacoby is the name of Malcolm's kobold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I remember it. See, I pay attention to
Jacardrus.
everyone's characters. Do I know Jacardrus' title?
He's the You can call him what the cat calls him, which is pack leader, or you can call him. He probably just goes by Sovark or Jakardros, either one. He doesn't. Black arrows don't necessarily have other people answer to them. They answer to each other, but they don't answer back and forth type thing.
Okay, so
Tell
let's
him
go
Jack.
forward.
Get going.
Like before Nahkräs takes off, Emmy will have message going with him, just in case.
Message only lasts for how long? I mean, how long?
1 minute per
10
level, I think.
I thought it was like 10 minutes per level.
I don't think
and-
there's a bit of range on it, right?
Yeah. What's the range?
100 feet plus
170.
10 for level.
Yeah, y'all farther away than that.
Okay. Oh well.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'll ask Jakardros if him and his men are able to keep up and explain to him what's going on after I sense motive them really quickly, and because I'm paranoid, and ask them to come grab the cart and bring it up here so we can hunker down.
I think what Adam is saying, he doesn't know if we can bring the cart through the woods.
Yeah, I think you might be better off hiding the cart.
And then taking the rest, taking...
The horses and the griffin and okay, yeah. Got it. Okay, so the sense motive check, Adam, is a paranoid player, but also a 21.
Okay. So, the question for them was if they would go back to the cart and hide it, or if they would go back to the cart and bring back the other people, or what?
The question for them is if they're willing to accompany me, if they're able to travel back to the cart to grab the horses, grab Meg, grab Aaron, hide the cart somewhere in the thicket, come back to the barn to hunker down. The sense motive is to make sure they're actually black arrows and they haven't been like doppelgangered while we were in the house.
No shit, that's not even that paranoid. We've already been doppelgangered like 3 times.
That is quite true.
Yeah.
More paranoid,
Faceless stalker.
Stalin and Hitler and Willy Wonka combined.
Does it smell like Faceless Stalker in the room? I have bits of Faceless Stalker in my backpack. It's gross now.
That is gross.
They have preserved their
don't
faceless
see-
jerky.
Little corn man disapproves.
Now you need to get yourself a little corn man and a little stuffed animal chicken
Malcolm.
and
Malcolm.
all that.
The wee corn
Malcolm.
man. Who's that?
Malcolm.
Me?
You
What?
can call him Mazus.
Mazes. I'll call him Better Mazes.
It hurts. Awaken him, give him wizard levels. He's a plant. It can be done.
He's a
I
level
awaken
now.
him
It
and then
violates
just tell
nature.
him that everything Mazes owns is his, and we'll see how long it takes before the real Mazes angrily smashes this tiny corn man.
Yes.
Mazus doesn't smash. Mazus burns.
Mazes has wonderful Black Friday discounts.
We should. Okay, let's all boot open these doors at the count of 3. 3 doors booted open simultaneously. 3 traps, explosive, party wipe. Let's do it.
Hey, I'm gonna make it out. We're good.
Okay, let's
There you
do this rapid fire. Fuck.
Okay. So you guys want to do that, and the Nahkräs runs off, and they all seem on the level, so they'll all follow you. They'll all try to help you as best they can.
All right, and away we go.
You hold up a bit of Faceless Stalker and go, "Did this scare you?"
Don't die on the way.
Don't die in the house.
Okay,
Why
so I've
would you
got
do that?
3 perception rolls for these doors.
I would
They're
die. in the
all
house. I'll
terrible.
die under the house.
Okay.
18, 24, and 26. That'll be prospectively my left, my right, and the one on the end.
Okay. You check those. They don't seem to be. They don't seem to be trapped in any way.
All right, I think these are clear. Move to your doors.
Okay. I'll go
Are we
left.
doing this
Did you
one at
go
a time,
right?
or are
I'll
we
go
doing this
forward.
quick and loud?
And everyone be ready to explode whatever's on the other side of their respective doors.
I'm asking, are we doing this quick and loud, or are we doing this one at
Yep.
a time?
Let's do it. All 3 of us. 3 at a time. I believe
One
we
at a
can
time,
do
I
this.
would say, but it's up to you.
We have not bitten off more than we can chew yet.
Real quick before that happens, Emmy's gonna give protection from evil to people. If I can click the button. Whatcha! So that's 1 minute per level, split among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
Okay. And it's basically a +2 on stuff for them. Okay. All right. So let me see.
It also
All doors
prevents
were
bodily
open.
contact by evil creatures. That's a big one.
Bodily contact, like grabbing.
Only
them?
summoned evil creatures.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So it's dark down here. Gideon.
Okay.
kicks open
Let's
his
do.
door.
Yeah.
And we're just going to come clockwise from Gideon. So Gideon's going to open his. Mazus, Wayko's going to open his, and then you'll open yours. So you do Gideon first. This dark. Let me see. You guys had. I assume Gideon had light going in some way.
Yeah, I have the ever-burning torch still hanging down on my side, plus I think Mazus has light.
Duct tape to his helmet.
He's a kobold.
Don't steal a candle!
You know, take candle.
You know, take candle.
You can tell who plays the World of Warcraft in this play group. It's Alex.
You know, take
Okay.
candle.
So, this dark, recessed corner of the basement smells of rot and old blood. Piles of gore-splattered skin lie heaped on the floor. A horrid, rubbery-faced, robbed of its supporting skull and muscle rests on top, its toothless mouth agape and empty eyes revealing only a layer of tan, flayed skin resting beneath.
Aw, free face.
Says the guy that's literally wearing skin face right now.
You already
Yeah, but
have
I
one.
need options.
Two.
What if I want to go out on the town?
So that's what Gideon
Then take off
sees.
the one you're
Wayko.
wearing.
Well, this is my work face.
Wayko, you open yours, and in here, where'd it go? It's difficult to gauge the exact dimensions of this cluttered room, thickly packed with old crates, broken farm equipment, and furniture. Looks like you may have found the junk room.
I love junk.
Well, know where Wayko's spending this whole excursion.
Smashing things.
Rifling through old ochre trash.
Yes!
I mean, he did it upstairs to get a painting, so.
Old
Yeah,
ogre
and-
trash is what my mother used to call me.
I mean, she was a hag, so she probably did.
Hey, we don't know that.
Rude.
In character, I don't know that.
In character, he doesn't know, but in real life, he helped him make the character, so.
But
yeah.
Kane the man knows many things.
Kane the man
Man.
knows many things. Okay,
Has
It's
many
also
hair.
Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, gay. Alright, well,
All right.
these two rooms are okay. But what about room number
Three.
3?
something. So, Magpie, you pop this room open, and you don't see anything at first, but the light starts to filter in, and you see it catch some beady little eyes right over here.
Ah, big rat.
It's in this square at the moment.
I figured the ogres would have eaten these.
Probably were saving it.
I mean, maybe.
Keep that. This is their summer stash. I mean, winter
You gotta-
stash.
Gotta let them get old. Yeah, you know, contrary to popular belief, rat and mutton, very good.
Just gotta let them fatten a while first.
Oh.
Oh. Be so grisly.
All right, let's clear out the rooms quick and be done with this.
All right. Are we taking initiative, or how are we doing this?
Just obliterate
you wanna
that
do?
rat.
You wanna fight the rats?
Not really, but if the rat fucks with me, I'm not about that life. G.
Don't put your hand near its mouth. Step 1.
So let me see.
Split up here.
Gideon's gonna sort of stay central in case anybody gets into danger.
Anything comes my way, I'm just gonna scream Paladin it.
Paladin!
That's the safe word. The safe word is paladin.
And or spaghetti.
Paladin spaghetti!
Spaghetti!
All right. So, you come in. Do you have light coming with you, Magpie?
Just the light coming off of Gideon, unless someone wants to cast light on me.
There's dancing lights somewhere if Emmy sends
Yeah,
it in.
those last a while, don't they?
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I have dancing lights.
Okay. So you see that rat, and you actually see another rat with him. They seem to be hiding over here. That's the wrong tool. They seem to be hiding over here. And let me reveal more for Wayko, because he has dark vision. Mazus, you got a light with you, I suppose?
Yep. Magic light.
Magical light is shed in the room. And you look around a bit more. Anybody can make me a perception check if they'd like to kind of check their rooms out, their respective rooms. So Mazus,
24.
Magpie, and Wayko. Gideon could probably do one too.
Wayko.
17 for Gideon.
Okay. 17 for Gideon. And Mazus is a 18. And Wayko is a what? 24?
What was the roll, sorry? For
Perception.
Alright, yeah, it
Just
wasn't
checking
great
the
just now. I got modified 13 right now.
Even with a modified 13, only thing of interest in this room is the door, unfortunately. A13 just has door.
Are you
the
telling
door's
me
open?
that this rusty, broken rake is not worth it?
Probably.
This isn't a
Um,
magical piece of art as well.
I mean, to somebody maybe.
Oh
Maybe
no,
if I
dude!
rub a
The
little
painting-
ogre poop on it, I'm sure
The
someone will love it.
painting is covered in snow now. It's ruined.
It was out under the porch, right?
Wow. Let's see how big this storm is. It might be boned out there.
Yeah.
Says the Canadian, he would know.
Yeah. It can snow
Snow-
sideways. I know for a
Yeah, it
fact it
can.
can snow sideways.
It can snow very sideways. Depends on which way the wind's blowing.
Mazes, yours, you don't see much of anything either. There is viscera. A lot of skinned individuals, probably either broken arrows or others. And yeah, that's about it. What's in A11? Magpie.
me some of that
however-
face.
Lack a wall here. Is that anything?
Oh,
There's no wall. Keep going.
I can reveal that more. There you go. It kind of all leads into itself.
It's
Oh,
just
gotcha.
foundation.
Alright, nothing in
Yeah.
here.
Doors down here, guys.
And
24 in the
in the
rat
same-
room.
And rat situation.
In the same moment, before anybody moves around, that is. I actually need to say that is a 12. There we go.
There's the encounter. We found it at last.
This is a low-ceilinged room. It features a floor of hard-packed earth stained in many places by blood and mold. There is a lumpy mattress that lies over in the corner, but against the west wall, excuse me. And what appear to be several half-finished chairs, maybe made of flesh and bone, lie against the eastern wall.
Bone chairs.
And sorry, just to reiterate, what room is this?
Your room.
Yours.
There's a mattress,
Okay.
a yucky mattress over this way, like where you're seeing the rat.
Yeah.
And then there's some old chairs and stuff piled up over here, and stuff like that. However, the rats look aggressive, and they're going to initiate combat. Roll me initiative.
Nice. It wasn't a 2 this time.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Ah, it sucked. It was a 2. It was a 2 this time.
it could be
Not
worse.
nice.
Bogus.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Could be a 1.
Yes, it could be a 1.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it!
Gideon.
Let me put my initiative in.
Yeah, it could be worse.
I rolled a 1.
What do the rats got? They got more than 19? Do they?
The rats are just booking it.
Today?
Do they?
Maybe. You don't know.
Is that your best
Yeah,
Tim
no, mate.
Roth impersonation? Like, is that?
No, that's my very terrible Australian impersonation.
Because that came off as more Tim Roth than
Tim Roth.
Australian.
Who's Tim Roth?
very
I'm
famous.
really bad with names.
Actor. He was in Lie to Me. He was in Martin Guildenstern. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know who this is.
Oh, I liked that. I liked that show.
Isn't he also in Peaky
All right.
Blinders?
Yes.
Also like that show.
The battle begins with the rats going and the way rats hiss. However, Magpie, you are distracted by the rats. Bursting forth from the pile of chairs and broken furniture is another ogre. This one
And a
dressed
phone call.
in a dark leathers, probably of various humanoids, and on his face is already ugly, but on the side of his forehead up here, there's another entire, almost tiny head that also looks at you kind of sideways.
Ah, we found the trap maker.
And he yells, "You killed my brother, sons. Now you're gonna die."
Oh, hey,
And he'll
handsome! How did
come
I
up
not
here.
see you before?
For a surprise, because he's the stealthy one. He's the trap maker.
I'm surprised Magpie wasn't stealthed already.
I'm gonna be. I'm not that
Gotta come
paranoid.
up
I'm a
for-
really bad rogue.
We wanted to do this quick anyway, so.
Yep.
I'll smell my
So-
flesh.
He seems to be very. He seems to be very angry as he comes to you, like an almost red light burns in his brain pan.
Ugh.
That's a lot of buffs. This is a
He's got a
buff.
lot of rounds of something, and then he's gonna explode.
This guy's about to blow up.
And you see him with that, and
Mail, motherfucker!
he his nostrils flare on both of his faces, and he slashes into you with his ogre hook, and he does 21 damage.
Okay, yeah,
Plus
did he
now
roll the
he
hit?
raises his-
He needs a hit, Adam.
Oh, he rolled an 18. I apologize. He rolled an 18.
You're boned now there,
Plus,
bud.
plus what?
I don't have to tell you plus what. I'm the GM. I know what he
Oh, well,
rolled.
what's the modified number then?
It's
18
it's a
doesn't hit
plus
me.
14.
Okay, well
It's
that's
a plus. Yep. You could politic a little harder. I mean, but it didn't change the number. And then he's going to roll his sneak attack now on top of that damage, and rolls well.
Now, if he's
14 more
not an 8th level rogue, he can't sneak attack Magpie, I'm pretty sure. I forget how Uncanny Dodge reads.
4 levels higher than me.
Magpie is not full rogue.
Yeah, but he's like
Yes.
those levels.
Candy Dodge.
I'm
Possibly.
6th level
You guys
rogue,
can correct me. 6th level rogue.
so I do have uncanny dodge.
Okay.
You also have a +2 to your AC and resistance on saves and yada yada yada.
And if this is just a
you cannot be
browser app, you
caught
can't move
flat-footed,
and
nor
attack.
does she lose her dexterity when an attacker is invisible.
Yeah, he can't be caught flat-footed.
Which means there's no sneak attack.
Okay. So no sneak attack. You do not take 14 more damage. Good to know.
Good, because I think that extra 14 points of damage might have dropped me.
Yep.
So how much did I take?
I think it was a total of 21, if I remember right.
Yeah, 21.
All right. It's your turn, Magpie. He just slashed into you very deeply with his ogre hook, saying that you're going to pay for killing his brother sons.
Start screaming Paladin spaghetti at the top of your lungs. It's time to say
Spaghetti!
Paladin spaghetti.
Spaghetti is so bad!
As he plows through yet another wall.
Natural 20.
All right.
I'm gone.
Save yourself.
And I'm over here.
You just fly over him, spinning in the air.
Yeah, you basically become a whirl of shadow as you go and apparate right there behind him.
I'm gonna stab him in his Jimmy Janks.
Right in the jimmies.
Right in the Jimmys.
Ooh, my jimmies!
Oh my dear. Does a 22 hit?
22. It does hit.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. I can't find the other one, so I'll just use the one twice. For 10 points of damage.
All right. Unflinchingly.
Mark me.
Good. Lord of the man. And you are stealthing, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
The total check is a 42.
Okay. It seems to kind of blink. There you go. Wayko, you heard spaghetti. The Paladin.
I did hear spaghetti. Give me 1 second, because I'm between two things here. I am going to, I guess, slumber him. Yeah, I'll go right here. 1, 2, and then slumber around the corner. My mask can also cast confusion, but I don't want to figure out what the save is on that, knowing that the save for slumber is a 19 will save. And I don't feel like the rats are as threatening as this dude. So I'm going to try to put him down.
Okay.
So slumber on the dude.
His will save is not a +9, so he goes.
I tuck little Mazus into his arm and let him have a nice nap.
So little Mazus goes into his arm, and he kind of looks. And your characteristic lullaby that it changes every time, but it.
Brown-eyed girl. All right, I got him, guys.
And his rage ends because that's how.
Kill these rats.
Which means when he wakes up, he's fatigued.
We should have stayed asleep for longer.
Yeah, if he wakes up.
All right, that's my turn.
Kane!
Kane died. Oh no, he's dead. He's dead forever. He's gone forever. He'll never come back.
Stupid tabs being all next to each other and shit.
Mazus' turn. He sees them. He sees the creature fall asleep.
Alright. I'll cast web in this corner here, so.
That corner? Okay. What is your save?
More than those rats could ever hope to roll.
It's a 20.
20. Yeah, probably. Reflex. Oh, no. Top rat makes it. Bottom rat does not. Bottom rat is webbed.
Well, both are in the web. It's just one's now stuck in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's grappled.
I have a feeling there's a flame spell coming next turn, but...
No, I don't have one. Already spent it.
Yeah, he does.
Jesus without his flame
I mean, I
spell.
can always squeeze out a little bit extra, but I don't think I will bother. That's my turn.
All right.
It's your turn.
That's 5, 10. This guy's asleep, right? So.
Yep.
15, 20. With that, she will hold an action for. Oh wait, is that rat not webbed?
Correct.
It is not.
Okay, so
You see
she
it
probably
hopping
stopped
around
here.
on top of the web.
If that's the case, then she will. It'd probably be best to do this now before he wakes up. So she is going to hold person, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Does hold person work that way on a sleeping opponent?
It does, yeah. As long as he's a humanoid, as long as he's not like a giant, then it fails. Well,
try and
Not sure.
paralyze someone who's sleeping.
Yeah, it totally works. He's not paralyzed.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but it's just, you know, that's what you're doing.
He is no longer tossing and or turning.
Yeah.
Yeah. The powerful Mazus
mostly
is not in
in case-
danger of being crushed.
Yeah, it's so
Okay.
he doesn't wake up if the coup de grace fails.
She's got a point.
Well,
He's got a point.
yeah.
They both have a point.
Just the Paladin, I don't think is going to be able to get in there next turn, anyways.
Yeah, you can push
move
past
from these
people.
guys.
Depends. It's the rat's turn now, though. Alright, this rat has to try and get out of there before it can do anything. It does not. And the other does not either. So they're both... this one doesn't move. And this one remains stuck. They're both squeeing and squealing.
All right. I guess
Now
that
it's
makes
Gideon's
it
turn.
Gideon's turn, who will then move over to the downed ogrekin and plunge his sword down as a coup de grace.
Coup de grace are a full round action. You had to move. Unless you
Fine.
have the feet throat slicer, which is real good. I just realized it yesterday.
Just not as a paladin, because that's kind of fancy thematic. In that case, he will attack one of the rats that is in the web. The one that is not technically grappled.
Okay.
Power attack and all does a 17 hit.
I'm not even sure these rats are real with this guy as smart as he is.
Yeah, they're explosive rats.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Doesn't seem that smart.
Smarter than the average idiot does not make him smart. These
Well,
rats are loud. They could explode.
Yeah.
That's why they won't stop screaming. It's the C4 lodged in their colons.
Adam, does a 17 hit?
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. Yes. 17
Okay.
hit. What's the damage on that?
Damage for that will be
6. Okay, so that should be
22 damage.
22. All right. You slice into this and hit it squarely, and feel as you cut through it with the blade that this rat is very muscled and tenderly, and it feels thick and well trained with its muscles.
But it doesn't
Big rat.
explode.
It does not
No, it's-
explode.
He's just beefy. He's got his own calendar. He's Mr. December.
Mr. Rat.
There you go. Now, this Grull gets to
Is-
try and... Alright, he remains asleep. And he remains held-personed. Magpie?
Right. To anyone observing the unconscious and held person Growl's body, parts of his clothing, and I suppose I'm assuming he's pretty fat, torso deform a little in the shape of bird footprints, very large bird footprints,
I love it.
and Magpie begins to rematerialize from the shadows as he rams his F-stock into the ear hole of this nasty thing.
If I was GMing Kane, that would be worth 1 action point because that was good. I enjoyed that.
Which ear hole though? There's 2 heads, remember?
Well, I mean,
All of
I don't
them.
know where the second ear goes, so he might have just like made a guess and gone straight through the second face.
Maybe you could get like a whole head in there.
Alright. So how much damage and what save are we looking at here?
How exactly does the save for coup de grace work, Tommy?
10 plus damage dealt.
Oh.
So
And it's an auto crit.
it's a crit. No, it's a crit.
It's a crit, and you add your sneak attack to the DC.
So,
Let's just say death.
So, 6, 12, 22, 30 something.
30-something? I'll
So
roll
you
it.
already
I
did
highly
So I
doubt
think
it.
it's 33.
So DC 43.
Is it
or not.
higher than 30?
Yes, it's higher than 30.
Okay.
It's definitely
if it's
higher.
higher than 30.
Then he dies to hit point damage anyway. He neglected his con.
He had a fine con. I don't think
I like how
anybody-
Siren's game made the Ogrekin go, whoa, right before he died. Whoa!
Your S-stock is now covered in earwax.
So as you do that, there you go.
Wipe it off on his pelt.
Really thick earwax, and it's got like, you know,
You can
it's
make a
that
candle
dark
out of it.
earwax. Yeah.
It's got a wink
Go
in it
full
already.
Shrek
He
with
had the
your
same
wax.
thought you did.
So as you do that, you stab in, and not the main face, but the kind of funky other face puts out a last as all 4 eyes close and stay kind of half open.
Ugh,
Sad.
creepy.
I'm not putting coins on his eyes.
It'd be
Wayko?
twice as
Like glowing
expensive as a
red?
normal dead guy.
Is he still glowing red?
No, that stopped when he fell asleep.
Okay, good.
Just call me the Sandman.
I think he cast rage on himself is what that was.
Or like
Yeah.
his barbarian levels or something.
I was just hoping he didn't have like a bomb strapped to him.
No god.
Where does this sudden paranoia of explosives coming from?
As he built all the
Wayko
traps, I
said
figured he was an alchemist.
Build him a dream, dun, 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 make him the cutest that ogre's ever seen.
I think it's the
Probably not a high bar.
the World of Warcraft references, and then you have the explosive sheets and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just bound to happen.
Wow, alright. Magpie is very hurt.
Wayko, kill the rats.
Give him a Zats! 2 Zats!
The double Zats!
Zats! I got his attention.
That's my turn. I'm not gonna Zots him. I'm gonna
Yes.
pop a Healy on my.
Oh, there's
on my
his dad in the background.
Your dad in the
my
background looks so
good friend.
disappointed.
There's also a baby in the room. She's hanging out. Weirdo. All right. Sorry about that. I'm going to pop a heal on ye old Magpie because it's simple, and I believe you guys have the capacity to kill rats, and you don't need my help. Give me one moment to remember how healing hex works. Is it my
Yeah, it might
caster
have-
level?
Yeah, well, it
Session's
might have
gonna turn
upgraded.
into House
since-
Divided, and everybody's gonna miss real hard.
Yeah,
for like
which
2
is
hours.
so Cure Light Wounds is that'll be 1d8 plus 7.
Capped
Max of
5.
5.
So he's healing. Mazes. is
Your
after
healing
him
hex
while you're
right now
going.
is cure mod wounds, not cure light wounds.
Oh, so add
What?
an extra d8 on that. So, a
It would be 7.
Okay, well in that case, can I just roll a d8 to this one roll I just did? Because that's awesome.
Yes.
This seems pretty
Sure.
good.
Mazes hits and damages
Ah,
the.
hubris.
Great.
Mazes takes out his beaten stick as he dissatisfiedly sees Wayko not blast the
This
rat.
is the first time he uses it.
Yeah. And he
They're
gets
a whip.
maximum damage.
Yeah.
So he
You
just,
guys are good enough at blasting.
you see him just kind of stroll up and kind of one-handed golf swing right into this rat's brain pan.
Oh,
And it seems to connect hard. You hear that watermelon thunk happen.
Oh,
I don't want to get any rat shrapnel on me.
The poor rat gets Gallaghered.
Well, probably will soon. Emmy, what would you like to do? Mazes
She
moved
will
in.
step over to here and then take a swing at the rat Gideon already took a swing at. The one closer to her.
With she has with her
Ah, bad roll.
14. You swing at it, but it seems to bounce out of the way as it sees the flash of your the blades on your scarf come swinging by it.
Oh well, that's turn.
All right, the rats turn. They try to escape. Oh, one might have gotten out. Doesn't really
I
make a
thought only one
difference.
was stuck.
Yep, this one gets out.
That provokes.
Here, it doesn't provoke.
Not with
He's
the
still in the
regrupper,
threatened area. He's still in your threatened area.
but he left the
Technically-
single threatened square.
He moved through it. It would provoke.
Yeah, he can't 5-foot step because it's difficult terrain.
Yeah, it would only be for
Oh.
Gideon and Mazus.
Also, if the guy with the intelligence score of line is 5-foot stepping.
Well, he didn't have anywhere to go. He just
So-
wanted out of the wind. So he 5-foot steps. There are attacks of opportunity because he's a big, kind of dumb animal and just wanted
I
out
crit
of
it!
that
Boom!
wind. Oh, man.
Boom!
That new stick, man, it's bringing the luck for Mazus, and Emmy's right on his tail.
Come one, come all!
All right, so the confirm 12 does not confirm, but you do hit it with your staff. The confirm 19 does confirm. So, Emmy, you do your stuff. So, 20 damage. As this comes out, as this one kind of jumps out of the thing, Mazus kind of, after that golf swing, he kind of just goes with the kind of baseball bats it up into the air a bit, and it goes and starts to spin. And as it does, Magpie turns and sees Emmy go and there's just chunks that fall of this rat instead of a whole rat. And I'm sure he thinks to himself.
Magpie's beak falls open a little bit, and he's like, ah, and then a bit of rat just lands in his mouth. And he eats it.
I'm sure he's thinking to himself, that was amazing, dear.
Amazing!
Alright, this other rat has to try something. It does not like being pinned up. It is still... Wait, what's the DC? 20?
20.
Oh, he actually gets out. He gets out too. Just saw his buddy get wrapped up though, so he doesn't move. He's just gonna bite at Mazus. Does not hit, I don't think. 19?
Yeah, he hits.
Oh, okay.
I'm a wizard, dude.
Didn't cast shield and mage armor before the encounter.
He does have protection from evil if this is an evil rat, though. I don't know.
Oh.
It's an animal. I'm pretty sure it's neutral.
Doesn't
Fiendish rat.
Yeah. It's not a fiendish rat.
Oh.
So it bites you successfully as you're distracted by the other. It is maximum damage, so 8, 19, 14 damage to Mazus. It bites into your kneecap.
It's a nasty rat.
Make your fort saves. You're gonna get dysentery.
I wish that would be appropriate for these particular rats, but no, you don't have to make a save.
These are clean, beefy rats.
Wait. So normal rats give you filth fever, but the ones kept by the big, stupid, mutated ogre have had their shots?
I guess.
These are cultivated.
They had a lot of steroids.
Don't the steroids destroy your immune system though?
Yeah.
Not in Pathfinder.
But they make you really sick.
These are magic steroids.
Yeah. These steroids aren't immune suppressant.
Gideon, obliterate that last rat.
Yeah, Gideon will 5-foot step up and
Turn that rat into Paladin
take full attack against it. Power attack.
Okay.
Give him a zotz with your sword.
Next words out of Greg's mouth: possible crit.
Yes, actually. Natural 19.
See? I'm prophetic.
3 crits in a row.
Does an 18 hit?
That confirms.
Okay. First strike of the day. Well, second strike of the day. 22 again. Times 2, 44.
44. This rat appears to hang on. Oh, you slice and slice, and this thing is like, wow, this is a beefy rat.
Second attack.
I think it's just shit that you hit now, Greg.
Sorry?
I think it's just enemies that you hit. Like the first enemy you hit is hit points.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 meets his armor class.
Okay, so that would be a 20.
20 takes it over the edge. The poor rat is dead. The poor donkey rat is dead.
Splort.
Oh, there's donkey rat. That makes much more sense.
Donkey
For
rat.
sake of argument, I say that we loot him, we do the loot after stream, and we go to the next door.
The guy who isn't playing concurs wholeheartedly.
Yep.
In fact, around this time, making excellent time with his woodland strides and such. Not woodland strides, the other thing. He does return. Ross does return.
Alright. Did everything go off without a hitch? Are we fine?
You did not have... Well, roll me a D100, but you did not have any problems there.
Alrighty. 46.
46? Okay,
Mhm.
so... nothing strange go on.
Alrighty.
When you get there, Meg and Aaron do try to tell you, you won't guess what happened to us. Yes, we were attacked!
By what?
Well, the first time we were attacked by a giant tarantula. And then the second time we were attacked by 4 dire wolves coming down out of the mountains.
Yes, nature
worry.
likes to eat you. I understand. Aaron, can you do something to make this cart small? We need to move it now.
Small?
So we can
I
transport it
don't
to the
have
wolves.
I don't have any spells like that yet, Cross.
Of course. Alright, so is it a survival check to try to hide this thing?
That would be fine. The black arrows do catch up with you, and they volunteer to hide it while you return.
I would have said survival or disguise.
I hope it's not disguise. I would prefer survival. It's a 24, and I'd like to like.
All right.
Nahkräs wants to keep all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of us. Yeah, all 7 of us together.
Oh, you want to travel back with them?
Yeah, if that means I miss the
Okay.
basement, that's fine. I don't want like Aaron or Jakartas or somebody to get got because somebody wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay. So you choose to escort them back. That means you will not get back into
Okay.
this portion. So, you guys come to the next thing. You leave him. I will tell you what he has because it may be useful for those coming in because he has a potion of cure moderate wounds, +1 hide armor, +1 ogre hook, +1 amulet of natural armor. We're assuming everybody identified stuff, and a collection of severed noses in wax sealed tin.
In case you wanted to feel
And-
sexy.
Human horn.
Mazus picks up the gold, shakes it. You see him go Rain Man for a second and say 235.
Praise Abadar.
I was waiting for you to do that with the sack upstairs. Like, okay, he's gets the general shape, size, weight. Okay, that's what this is.
Now we're suddenly playing The Price is Right.
High or low,
Price
Bob?
is
High or low?
What was the first thing you said?
First thing is potion of cure moderate wounds, and then I said +1 hide armor,
Okay.
the
there's
favorite
potion.
armor of a rogue.
That would be the change.
So-
Son of leather.
It's hide armor though.
Oh, ha ha ha
Yeah.
ha ha. So good. The reduces
know,
your
I'm
speed, doesn't have a lot of
hilarious.
dex on it.
Maybe they'll change that in second E. That would be so meta. That would
Yeah.
be so meta if they changed it. That would
Gives
be
you a bonus
hilarious.
on stealth.
If it, yeah. If it actually
Didn't
gives you
realize we were
decent-
playing Pathfinder now.
Oh, we always are.
Yes.
Or
Oh, yeah.
already
Magic hide armor that turns you
turned it
into a
off.
deer so you can hide.
All right.
I'm still waiting for wooden armor of tree sheet.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Gideon comes there with his torch, sees that. It's a hallway.
Is anyone else following?
Is anyone
Yeah,
curious
I
to
was
let me
Anyone
answer
checking
to
for
this?
traps?
Magpie's sticking pretty close to Emyrelda. He's probably like checking himself over after that real deep gut wound.
If he comes over to Gideon,
Oh yeah.
Gideon will actually likely, as he's walking by, lay on hands and
Just pat him on the back.
very well done. That thank you. And lay on hands for 14.
Nice.
It's fun to think that in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the Paladin can do that to resurrect folks.
That'd
It's
be-
gonna be real good.
I think that'll have a limit on it, like a certain time.
Yeah.
Though.
It
Yeah,
may go
still
more pool again versus usage.
But you can still do it.
Oh, they can sort of do it now. It basically mimics Breath of Life, doesn't they? They just have to expend like a bunch of uses.
Can they? I've never heard that before.
It might be a feat.
Anyway.
Doors, break them open.
Anyway, so, Magpie, you
Well-
always feel better after you interact with Gideon. You just do.
He's
Gideon
stand-up
comes here,
dude,
opens-
you know?
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
He makes me
So,
feel good
Gideon?
about myself.
He believes
Not in the way that
you, and
Emyrelda
I
makes me feel
don't.
good about myself.
Okay, is Magpie not coming down to check for traps, or is
No,
Gideon
I'm
just walking
okay.
forward?
Hold on, jeez. All right.
All right. So, he already pushed this door open without you checking for traps. Thankfully, there were no traps.
Okay, I will use this roll for the next door then.
Okay.
Is there anything in this hallway?
Looks like a hallway mainly. You don't see anything.
That'll be a. Oh yeah, and don't forget my trap spotter thing. There's free rolls.
Okie dokie.
Did you say that dear Nahkräs has about made it back to us?
Not yet.
No, because he wanted to travel with the black arrows. which
And the
means
child.
he
You
gets
and
in
your-
twice as
You and your caution.
Yeah.
All right, guys, come in there. Doesn't seem to be anything that does not appear to be trapped. Neither one of these doors do. So,
Clear.
Boot
I'll
it.
push the door open.
okay, you push the door open and you see in with the light coming behind you. As you enter this room, it's a damp, steamy room, and it reeks of rotting vegetable matter. Pools of mud and
Oh.
stagnant water dot the mossy floor, and the walls are caked with thick swaths of puffy fungus and mold. In the center, you see a kind of stump type thing, and it's a plant that's like a thick trunk covered in vines and mushrooms, and that's what it appears to be.
It smells like things are gonna grow inside our lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only got a couple. Does anyone have any, like rags, spare rags, hankies?
I mean, Emmy has a scarf, but there's blades on it.
Yeah, not
Sure, the
along the whole
ogre.
length of it though, is there?
Sure, the ogre had some sort of underwear.
Well, if you want to put that on your face, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, that's far more dangerous.
Different kind of toxin.
Well,
Yeah, one's parasitic, the other's sepsis.
Wayko's gonna step in and peer around the corner.
Okay,
I know
Peer
you're
around the
stealthy,
corner.
but I'm impatient.
so you both
Another
step
door!
Yeah, let's do
in,
this.
look around. All right,
What manner of
you both need to
form
stop.
is this?
Okay, so you make that check real quick, and I'll also need initiative because as
Yep.
Mazus looks in and looks at that thing, he kind of comes to the realization of, oh no, and that thing is a Tendraculus.
Oh,
The
shit.
shambliest of mounds.
Tendraculus. You know this because as you step in there, its vines start to move, and on the top of its, right near the top of where the stump is, you see the mushrooms move a bit, and kind of like they blink, and a maw opens up just below them, big purple maw. Tongue lolls out, and they, two
Ah.
tendrils reach out, and yeah.
This is why we clean our basements.
It's going to
Otherwise, we
try.
get mold monsters.
Fascinating.
It's going to attack both of you guys.
Yeah, I want to know how this thing got here.
Goody. There's a story behind it actually in the AP, but you guys didn't talk to any of the ogres.
We didn't.
Why would
I
we?
don't think that.
He kicked down the door and said, "More food."
So he tries to
How do you
bite,
respond?
tries to lull over and bite. He doesn't move. He tries to stretch, lulls over and bites at Wayko, but I don't think a 13 hits your armor class.
No, it would not.
So he's instead going to get his full attacks because he can reach that far.
Even though
It doesn't
with
have to move.
flat-footed,
Oh, with
Maybe. Is that flat-foot?
Also, he
no,
can't hold a full attack action, and you can't full attack in a surprise round.
Flat-foot meat dex is not added, right?
Well, it's not a.
Yeah.
I'm not. We're not treating it as a surprise round. We're treating
It'd
it as
still
a
be
regular
okay.
round.
Oh, well, alright. I think we're surprised though.
I'm surprised. Frankly, Diane, I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
Okay, we can treat this as a surprise round then. He gets his surprise round. He tries to bite. It does not work. Now roll initiative.
Great. Great.
Great then. Yeah, great.
Well, that was slightly better than last time.
That's terrible. I'm ashamed. I'm gonna stop rolling and chat again.
See, I agree with Joel wholeheartedly now. The rolling in D20 or in Roll20 is bogus.
Rolling in real life is the best.
At least when I roll a 2 on my real dice, I know it's my own damn fault.
Yeah, you can. That's the gods of fate and not the computer devil.
All right. There we go. Y'all into your things in?
This might be time for me to use my new what's it called? Damn it! What do they always say in anime? My
Your new power.
It's like my trap card. No, it's like my last.
My final power.
Yeah, my new.
My final form.
Yeah, this isn't even my final form!
Turns
Yeah,
into
my new magnum opus. It's just like aggressive thundercloud, but it's a lot bigger, a lot more aggressive.
You mean
Greater,
greater
one
aggressive
might say.
thundercloud?
If you want to call it that. I much
If you
prefer
wanna
to
be
call it
lame.
panic.
I prefer to call it.
May
The
I ask
food.
some questions
food.
about this plant?
The perfect food.
Yes, you may. You got a 35, so you may ask me some questions.
What is the weakness of this fungus?
You know that it it doesn't like fire, or strangely, it doesn't like to be just like to have itself just crushing type weapons, i.e., bludgeoning, is something that it doesn't like. But that and fire are probably what you would consider its weaknesses to be. In that same train of thought, you also understand that you really shouldn't bother using acid, because it's not going to work against this particular type of plant creature.
All right. What nasty things can it do other than bite people?
What special things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, is it poisonous? Can it shriek or something?
Not usually. It usually tries to eat you. So there's that. But it does have a special attack, a special thing that it does that it tries to paralyze you. So there is that possibility.
It's a plant creature, so it has some immunities.
Yes.
Like, what are the strong and weak saves?
So this particular one, usually they are very hardy, but not very dexterous or strong-minded. But you also remember that it is a plant, so the strong-minded thing is not necessarily something that would work well against it anyway. In certain ways, anyway.
Fire and bludgeoning.
Web it up.
Well, all right, go ahead.
Oh, can it even move? Would that do anything?
Fire.
It can reach us. If it would, like, the thing is, if it's grappled, it can't do certain things. But I don't think
but the idea is that if you web it up, I can light the webs on fire on top of it. That's
no,
the hope.
it's not y'all's turn yet.
It's puny damage.
It is Magpie's.
It's puny damage.
Yeah, it's like 2d4.
Puny damage.
Puny damage. Bludgeoning. Okay. And I forgot to take the token marking off of him, so I guess Magpie has sort of been like fading in and out in between rooms. So I'm gonna re-roll my stealth for hide in plain sight, and that is a 29. I want to say.
Okie dokie.
Yep, 29.
All right.
And I will move here, assuming that's adjacent.
It is. Well,
And I'm
that's
gonna
actually
make-
the square it's occupying, so right there would be actually the adjacent, technically.
Oh, okay, perfect.
It is a huge creature.
And I'm gonna make some unarmed strikes.
Okie dokie. Sounds good to me.
We're gonna see how that plays out for me.
Flurry of stealthy ninja Tengu blows.
Yeah. We're doing that now. That's a thing I can do now. Does a 19 hit?
It does, I believe. Let me make sure.
Does Magpie have natural attacks? He does, doesn't he?
I have, well, yeah, but I also have a level
Monk.
monk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fair enough.
I was gonna flurry of blows, and then I remembered I moved.
What was your roll again?
19 total.
That does hit.
Or 8 points of damage.
Points of what?
And I get sneak attack on that, right?
He cannot see you.
10 additional points of sneak attack damage.
Okay. That
There we go.
counts as precision damage, does it not?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know whether or not plants are immune to that. I don't think they are.
Plants aren't.
Just checking. All right. Magpie has blinked in there and done his part. Gideon, what do you want to do?
When Mazus said that it is, it can be damaged by flame, he will call upon his sword's bond and cry out, "For Iomade!" and it'll just ignite in flame,
All right.
gaining the flaming property.
Okay.
And I'm just going to quickly check. But I don't think I have anything else that I can do as of right now for swift movements. So Gideon is going to move 1 and go beside Magpie in preparation for the next.
As you move through his threatened squares, he will make a attack of opportunity. Ooh, quite possible. 27.
Hits, yeah.
And we will do the damage. He reaches out and bites you with his maw. So that's 14 damage.
Okay.
Plus, let me make sure, he's going to try and grab you.
Okay.
Does a 27 beat your C&D?
Yep.
You are now grabbed in his maw. So as you're walking that way, you're going through, and you don't expect this thing to move like it does. And Gideon goes right up there, and he's got his thing flaming, and then it all goes black as this splintery purple maw goes whoop, and you see the creature lift Gideon up off the ground and trying to swing him around in his mouth, while Gideon's legs are going oh. So Gideon has been
if he's doing that, can I touch myself at all?
as a free action, yeah.
No,
I
as
think you
my
still do
swift
that.
action. As my swift, because I didn't use my swift. If I can still touch myself, I'll quickly lay on hands myself to negate some of that for 13 points of health.
Okay.
Okay.
It is now its turn, which means it's going to try. This is the first time I've actually got to do this with someone.
Swallow
It's
whole.
going to try and swallow a whole.
Oh.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay. What's that?
It means that I make another combat maneuver check,
Okay.
and if I succeed, you get swallowed and start taking automatic damage.
If I've learned anything from R. Carl's legacy, it's that don't worry, being swallowed whole is not a big deal.
cut your way out.
So, he rolled an 18, and he has a plus 15, plus 19
Yeah.
in grappling, so he has swallowed you whole.
Okay.
So, if it succeeds, it's prey swallow. Ba-da-ba-da.
Shit, so,
Opponent
wait, should I
can
hold
do
back
that.
from the lightning then? Or should I still start electrocuting?
So here's the rule for it. I'm reading over it myself, just so we might make sure we know what happens, because this is the first time that I have ever done this particular thing. It's nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm pretty on like Gideon's next turn or the Tendle dude's next turn. I forget.
I believe with being swallowed whole, the acid damage starts right then, I believe.
He does take bite damage.
The bite was
If it
to grab.
succeeds,
Does
he
he
swallows his prey, and the opponent takes bite damage.
Oh, okay. So 3 damage. Oh, 3 plus 7, so
Okay.
10 damage. And we'll start the acid and other things that happen inside. All right, Mazus, you just saw him swallow your dude that defends you.
Yeah, it's problematic. I don't have any good way of retrieving him.
Does Mazus have grease? Grease would help.
I can't see him.
You can't see the monster?
No, I can't see Gideon. He's inside.
Oh.
He's gonna finger his ring
Okay.
casually. He's gonna 5-foot step back because he doesn't want to get, bitten, and he's gonna fling a fireball in that thing.
Oh, okay. How big is your fireball?
Not that big.
15, I think.
I can.
Put radius.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it
Range is-
like in this.
So if he
corner.
puts it the back corner, yeah, he should be able to, or behind the thing, he should be able to hit just the.
1, 2, 3, 4. To be easier with the grid mechanics.
He's got the space. He'd go from like here, say to to like there.
Well, because here
That
to here
box.
would be 6 squares, so it'll basically cut across the room, sort of like that.
Well, if he does, but I'm saying if he does it in the back, it's only 4 squares either
Yeah,
side.
it's just
of it,
20
right?
feet. Yeah.
Is it
That is
20-foot
correct.
radius or a 30-foot radius? I thought it was
It's
a 30-foot
20.
radius.
Yeah, so I
20.
detonated this wall, and then I hit these squares, basically.
Okay. Well, you definitely hit it. The damage is 23.
It's DC 19 to take half.
He does not. So
Yeah.
23. It seems to do some true damage to it, for sure.
That's what we're looking for.
You do see, Magpie, part of where you were hitting it. It doesn't pump back out, but some of the precise strikes seem to fix a little bit. So there is that. It does not happen when the fire hits it and washes over it. So
Gideon! Come back! That'll be his turn.
All right. From inside, you probably heard.
I'm just trying to figure out whether or not I can actually do anything well inside.
You have a light
Yeah,
weapon?
you can.
He's got a
flaming
gauntlet.
weapon.
Yeah, you can punch your way out.
Can't use the falchion, but he can definitely use fist.
You're
It
not
does
gonna
do
be able to
non-lethal
fish your
damage.
way out of this problem, Gideon.
It has to be a cutting or piercing weapon.
Yeah.
Do
He
this.
got swallowed with
Poke.
his blade.
Right, but he can't use it.
He needs
It has
small...
to be a light weapon. You can't use
Mm.
one-handed or two-handed while inside something.
Yeah, you're getting constricted, so that makes sense.
It's also taking
All right.
acid damage, I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's coming around.
Acid damage with a twist.
Okay, I have a
Timmy's turn.
super quick rules question on Burning Arc.
Okay.
The target says that it affects a number of targets, one primary and a few secondary, but doesn't specify whether it has to be a creature, whether it's a square, or what it is. And this is a pretty
You would
large
target-
creature.
Yeah, it counts as
A
one
single target?
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's one target.
Just double checking. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. So Emmy's gonna go up here.
Okay. You do have line of sight.
Emmy can also choose to affect not any secondary targets. So, like, if the question
Yeah, I
is,
know.
am I going to cook my friends?
Yeah. I don't have to use the secondary target. So
Right.
the other question is, I missed it because I was looking at rules. How did Magpie do as far as damage goes? So.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, with regeneration, because that's kind of what I'm assuming this is, if it takes any damage of its weakness, it doesn't regenerate, correct?
That is correct. That's how regeneration
Right.
works.
Okay.
Could have fast healing though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I suppose Emmy will stay where she is and cast Burning Arc on it.
Okay.
So that is somewhere in here. There it is. DC 18 for reflex half.
Okay.
And then damage. Ooh, 20
You
damage
guys aren't
fire.
rolling good on your damage this time. Okay.
Then I'm debating whether or not I want to
solidly
send
striking
Lubesi
it.
out. Yeah, I'm debating whether or not I want to send Lubesi out to give Magpie guidance or not. It's kind of
Send
risky.
her out. To be upfront, you are aware that if you send her out, you have seen it strike at creatures that are this close.
Yes, that's why I was debating it. So, guess not. Makes sense. Pass turn.
Okay. Magpie, you saw it swallow the paladin.
Okay, so I have a question then.
Okay.
Would it be possible for me to carve Gideon out from the outside?
I mean, possibly. You can do damage from the outside, but this thing has really thick skin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I'll just keep wailing on it then.
Okay.
Fire blows! Oh, well, that didn't fucking work. And then okay, so I rolled a 2 and then I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. Well, you got the natural 20.
I got the natural
You can
20.
roll to confirm.
Oh, right, yeah. That's a thing we do here. Modified 20.
All right, that does confirm.
16 points of damage and 12 points of sneak attack.
So 16 damage, you said?
Yeah, so 28
And
total.
12 precision. And there we go. This thing does not look like it's doing so hot. It doesn't look like it's feeling super good. So, now we come back to our Paladin, who is currently swallowed. What would our Paladin like to do?
Do I take any damage on turn, or?
I'm gonna have you take it on its turn.
Okay.
So I mean, it's like 6 one way, half a dozen another.
Fair enough. Then, as per the rules of Swallow Whole, I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna try to break the grapple.
Okay.
Which.
You're gonna try and push yourself back up out of its gullet.
Might as well.
Roll 20.
Because what the hell else am I gonna do?
Yeah. Like, don't eat me!
Okay, I can work with this. That's my CMB, right? To break grapple?
Your CMD versus his CMD.
Versus 10 plus half his natural armor is the CMD of his stomach.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Sorry, no, excuse me. That's his AC, not his CMD. I read it wrong.
Sorry, yeah, my CMB is 26.
You guys all see the creature go with all the punching and stuff going on, and it goes, oh baby, and spits the Paladin back out. You see that he's tried to force himself back up with.
I'm still in its mouth, I believe.
Yeah, he's gone from like pinned to grappled essentially.
Oh,
yeah, so I'm still
back up then.
I'm still grappled, but I'm in its mouth, trying to make my way out.
And
he's not taking acid damage, which is the important part here.
Yeah.
All right.
Against the giant pitcher plant monster.
So it's turn. Maintaining that grapple means he's not going to be able to do much else.
Could just swallow him again.
Yeah.
You could try.
Yeah, you could try and swallow him again. And then that's...
Gideon's helping by keeping it occupied.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. That's not a bad thing. Because this dude will swallow people. He is hungry. Yeah. Let me see his intelligence. Yeah, he's gonna try and eat you some more.
Sure.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom. Ooh.
He does not maintain his grapple unless you have a grapple of 20. What's your CMD?
My CMD against grapple is 24.
So he does not maintain his grapple. You start to slip out of his barky lips. And if he can't maintain the grapple, I believe that he would slip out. If that is correct. I believe that's how grappling works. Grappling works. I hope they revamp how grappling works, because I want grappling to work good.
It's not
and
bad
simple.
now. It's just like in high level play, you can't do it unless you're the boss.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right. Gideon slips back out, this time covered in the digestive juices of this big plant creature.
It's no pleasant in there.
I believe you.
All right.
Mazus will spend
worried there for
a
a
full
moment.
round action to summon a monster.
Oh, he's summoning a monster. Okay. He summons a fire elemental.
A dire weed eater.
I wish.
a dire weed eater?
Be real good.
Yes.
I think I met that guy.
Is it you?
Well, maybe.
I don't eat it. That's why I have burning hands. I don't have 2 lighters right now, but I think you know what I was about to accomplish.
All right, so summoning a creature. Emmy, what are you going to do?
Does this thing have legs?
You don't know. Hasn't tried to move yet.
Knowing what Mazus said it was, I'm going to try a knowledge nature to see if I can figure out if it would have legs or not.
Oh, I don't think you can trip this thing. You go ahead. But
It's huge, or gargantuan. I don't think it qualifies.
it comes out of the ground like a big old moss lump.
Even with the 13, you know that this thing has multiple roots that seem to wriggle every now and then while it's fighting. We all assume that you're going to try and trip with your missiles.
Yeah.
You cannot trip this thing because it's
Okay.
got too many things to stabilize itself.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know, because I have a pretty high trip. So, if that's the case, she's just gonna Burning Arc it again for 25 damage.
Ooh, nice. So, Emmy, you go with that burning arc, and you burn into it, and you hit it right square in kind of its mushroomy side of its face-ish area, above where its maw is, and it goes, and you have effectively burned off that edge of it, the edge of the stump. Yeah.
What are you doing? Stop it! Stop! Scorpions! Scorpions!
Wayko!
Wayko!
He was so surprised at seeing this big thing moving around that he just froze for like 10-15 seconds. But now he's back in here, and his niece has been fed. So,
there you go.
Let's roast ourselves up some kale.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So,
Actually.
is it a risky maneuver to start throwing lightning at it? Because I know you're right beside it, and you're covered in metal, and it keeps trying to swallow you. I'm asking this to Gideon. This is you, buddy. What is your opinion on me electrocuting this thing?
I'm not the person to be asking about electrocution. Wow.
Well, you're directly next to whatever. I'm gonna zop and a zots and a puff and a puff and I blow out a big black cloud. And
so
blow this big old
flavor this up a bit. You take out your little jackal-headed pipe and you go.
And I draw deep. I pull too hard, and it freaks me out.
Trying to be a cool, Wayko goes draws deep, and he just like
unto yon beastie.
And then he walks all the way back to Magnemar because he needs more 7 rolls right now.
Yeah, my eyes just get real squinty, and I just wander.
I could really use waffles.
Yeah, guys, I got a boat ride dictate.
To get some Zubao.
Bad munchies.
Fresh butter and honey.
I don't think he can find his way back. That whole trip was like a dream sequence to him.
Yeah, he was high all the time, so
doesn't know where we are in the scope of the world. And in any case, it blows a greater aggressive thundercloud at this thing. And let's have a look at that. That'll be my standard for the round, yes. Gets 20 feet, yeah. And so it spawns on it, and it gets a reflex save, of which the DC is 20, to not get zotsed for 6d6.
All right. It does not make that save.
Far out. So it also needs to make a, if this is applicable to it, a fortitude save of 20, or it is stunned for 1 round, because it's the first thing shocked by the cloud.
Huh.
That's only for greater. That's new with this guy. Yeah,
so
not bad.
Fort save of 20, and it does
or it's
19
stunned.
damage.
Yeah, which is, it could be better, but I won't complain.
So you go, and this creature seems to go and collapse on itself.
Momentarizorts. All right.
And there you go.
Cool.
It seems to have.
It's my turn for now.
All right.
Nice.
There we go.
Big Kruby.
Magpie, the thing has
mortal coil yet?
What? No, it's hardy as hell, man. We gotta keep bashing it. The reason I use the Thundercloud is because
it has fallen.
Oh, it has fallen unconscious.
Yes.
It's stunned. It's electrified.
Is it stunned or is it?
Oh,
dying?
it seems to have fallen unconscious. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh.
If that's the case, and we're kind of exiting combat, or are we exiting combat?
Well, I mean, you guys can hack on it some more if you want. It's up to you.
Fine, I'll do that.
Yeah, Gideon is all in there on that one. It's like, swallow me, will you? With the flaming sword.
Okay.
On the count of 3, Gideon.
1, 2, 10. I mean 3.
3.
There you go. All right. So just for my curiosity, the damages, please, with the flames.
Okay. So that would be.
Enough? It would be enough? I just need to know what the flame damage is.
Oh, the flame damage is. Let me quickly double check. I believe flaming is a d6, right?
That's correct.
So, d6, yeah, 5 flaming damage on top of
5.
the rest of it.
Yeah. Plus, Magpie just wailing on it with his flurry.
Yeah, 44 points of damage. So 54 DC.
Plus the 20.
Yeah, plus whatever ridiculous number Gideon does.
Plus, it's taking the damage to shut off its regeneration so it can die.
Yeah. That's what we were looking for, was enough to shut off the regeneration.
All we needed was a punch from Magpie or a fire from Gideon.
Yeah. Because
The strict upside of not showing up for the encounter is you get to look at the entry of the monster and be like, oh, they're doing it wrong. Or, yes, that's correct. Go team.
There you go. All right. So there you go.
This thing had
You guys
better
have
have
defeated
swallowed
it?
some nice loot.
Stellar work there, Wayko.
Thoroughly annoyed at the speed of which this creature was defeated, he will keep yon thundercloud on it for the next 6 rounds. For the next 6,
Yeah. For the next half minute, just
for 121 damage.
He defibrillates it back up. It's good.
Hey now,
He's just
y'all know
pouting
that,
in the corner.
well, y'all know that's how shambling mounds are supposedly made, so I'm just saying.
Is it literally
I
a
might
Tengu that gets hit?
I might Frankenstein it back up with my crazy. Never mind. I'm
Roll me
ready.
a D100. Hey, Wayko, roll me a D100 just in case.
no.
Oh, the fuck out.
What does 3 zeros mean?
Is now the Sandpoint Devil, and hopefully the orc.
One number less than the funniest number from 1 to 100.
It was the 99?
69. 68.
100 is great.
Oh, I see it now. All right.
I'm just, playing at infantile. That's what I do. Let's go check that closet.
Gideon's going to. Yeah, at this point in time, Gideon is just tired and frustrated and slimy. He's going to press the digitation himself at this point, actually.
Yeah,
to
I'm
clean
right there
himself
with
up.
you, brother. Magpie is just looking at his hands like,
Gideon, you look so handsome. You look so handsome like this.
Waves himself
Got you
over.
covered, Magpie.
Get your hair.
Perception of 18 on the door to see, what's going on with it, and then if it seems good, he's opening it.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be trapped or anything like that.
Got splinters
He
in my
opens it.
throat.
He opens it, and this is what you see. Gold, 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 gold.
Holy
gold,
shit!
Gold.
Gold!
Oh man, go Mazus! Scrooge
Hey.
McDuck in there and figure out how much it is.
Who made
Alright,
this?
so we're going to loot this, meet everybody back at the barn, fortify the barn.
And get level.
Okay.
Gideon, do you need a heal?
Actually, I'm okay.
Free heal? No,
Ish.
okay.
Save it just in case.
Sure. You got
Just-
it.
Because if I'm thinking this is Nualia, I am not,
It's just slightly digested.
Only slightly.
Okay.
on a scale of 1 to 60, I'm a 49, so I'm okay.
Nice.
I love that.
You're good to go.
I love that every time it's done.
Now, how much gold is in that room?
What's in the room? What's in the room?
All right. What's in the
Another
room, boss? What's in the
tendriculus.
room?
It's a gold golem.
It's a gold golem. That would be pretty cool. So we'll move everybody back into here. And I'll get Aaron and them after I tell you guys what's in there. So, for expedition of what's happening, because it is 8 o'clock, we're going to go ahead and tell you guys and then sign off after we give you a handout. So, this seems to be where they kept all of their loot. So, there's an agate-studded gold ring that appraises out by Mazus and Aaron as she helps for 50 gold pieces. A necklace of emeralds and silver worth 350 gold pieces. A pair of small leather gloves studded with pearls. And by picking around and letting Aaron actually cast Identify and stuff, you find out that it is the gloves of arrow snaring. So there's that.
Gloves of worth more gold than normal gloves.
Yeah. A large sack filled with assorted coins. Mazus tallies it up by to be 210 gold pieces, 452 silver pieces, 108 copper pieces. There's also a ruby inlaid red dragon scale cloak clasp worth approximately 600 gold pieces. In addition, all the equipment that belonged to the black arrows that were before is in here. And there's a cloak of elven make. It is pardon me, an elven-made longbow of +1 of shocking that Jakardros says is one of his, actually. That wasn't with his regular gear.
Any cloaks of resistance hiding in there?
Yeah.
You got 2 people looking for him.
The guy who had to kill his is Fiend. Well, technically, we could. It's 1,000 gold. Mazus can spit them both out in a day.
Emmy was looking for a +4 though.
Oh yeah, I bet she was. So am I. Do we have that?
Have to break. Yeah, I would like a +5 cloak of resistance if there's just one
no,
lying
it's
around.
plus,
Anybody?
+2 is what it was. Yeah, not in a day.
Yeah, I need to be like a certain caster level to get a certain bonus.
Well, I mean, that just increases the DC by 5. You could pull it off.
Could I get a key identification on that jade ring that I got from before as well? From the same room I got Little Mazes?
Are you asking Aaron for it?
No, I'm gonna do it, because I can. And what if it is magical and then she wants it? So yeah, I think that's a level 2 for with identify. I do have it on my lot for now, just in case I needed it.
Okay. Did you try to bring the picture in here?
Yeah,
the picture? Yeah, why not? Yeah, you grabbed the
you try to bring the picture in. Aaron is there, and make me a sense motive.
Figure out that she is mortified.
I was gonna say I go up to the 2nd floor of the barn and then I drape it down on the side for everyone to look. Okay, sense motive, and it is only 15.
She kind of walks up to it and she says, "Oh, well, look at that," and then you see her go, "Phew!" And she acid sprays your painting, and
somehow it looks better.
Says, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and turns around and walks away.
Emmy will look at Aaron and say, "Oh, but wouldn't it
pretty
been
low.
So nice to see what the mayor would have paid to have a piece of shit hung in his house."
You know, that's pretty low, lady. Even by our standards.
I think that's the first time I've heard Colin curse.
Nope.
In any case, is that jade ring just a jade ring?
Yes, it is. However, I can tell you how much it is worth.
Hey,
that was in...
Sure. I'm letting the chicken keep it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds a whole like you can tell me what it's worth, but the chicken's gonna own it.
It's not magical. If it's magical, it's mine. If it's fancy, it's the chicken's. It's part of the deal.
It's worth enough to buy all of Varisia. Here you go, familiar.
It's good to know when we are strapped for cash.
We just shake the bird down.
Just mug my bird.
It'll be easy.
Only thing of value is power.
I've heard of this thing called chicken tenders. They're really yummy. Or you can give us a raise.
I think if you ate my chicken, you'd get some horrible curse.
Wow.
So
It's actually like a
Yes.
chicken Lenorm. Chicken
Oh.
Lenorm death curse. Poop
It's
everywhere.
definitely an evil chicken.
I might go get McDonald's
Well, I
after
already
this
have an
now.
idea of what happens if you guys try to murder Hobo the murder chicken? It'll be hilarious.
Does this game have quick
Oh.
save and quick load? Because if so, I'd like to quick save.
Feel
and
like
try to
you
kill a
might-
chicken, see what happens, and then quick load
You
back.
might
after.
piss off
It's
a
not.
coven you might piss off a coven of sea hags if you do that. Not
So
that they're
the Jade
not
Ring
pissed.
is
Yeah, not that they're not
Jade
already
Ring is-
angry and everything.
the Jade Ring is actually worth 300 gold pieces.
Not that I swear to
Wow.
God. You share.
Well, I didn't tell anybody about it.
Oh no, we have to come into the room and police the Birdman to make sure he doesn't stick his sack in his
Oh
backpack.
yeah, he's such a card, that Birdman.
What a scoundrel he is.
I feel like Wayko should have to make a sleight of hand check, and we should all get perception checks.
The
Well, you can
chicken.
perception check. You see the Jade Ring on the doll
Yeah,
he's
he
waving
doesn't-
around.
He
He's not
hasn't been hiding
it.
it. He's just been wearing it for like the last
Yeah, I've been-
3
I've been
hours.
Giving it to the ogre that I slept.
Then I'm gonna go tell Mazus on you. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're so amazing.
Mason!
Mazus, he's hiding all the gold.
He's
Party
what?
accountant.
Yeah, 300, I think God said. The ground shakes. 300 gold pieces. The damn clear.
God.
All right. So all that said, you guys do start to get some information, and we actually have something for you. As you start to talk, it does get very cold very quickly, and by the time you guys get out of the
House?
by the time you guys get out of the house and everybody gets back and stuff like that, there's actually some accumulation on the ground, which is really strange, because it was unseasonably warm just a few hours ago. But all that said, the black arrows, you're wanting to actually, they want to help. Are you guys expressing your desire to retake the fort to them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nahkräs has a
Yeah.
plan, but Nahkräs's player realizes we're 15 minutes over time, so I'd like to not rush into the next thing without, like, at least putting it out there.
Yeah, and there's also kind of the problem of how heavy the snow is going to start coming down and whether or not we're going to have to bunker in the barn.
Let's just sleep in this totally not gross barn, and then see,
Give Mazus time to whip me up a cloak of resistance. I'll hand him 500 gold. He can't fail to check.
with all the wonderful sewing materials here in this.
Damn it, magic! Give me the ring!
Yeah, no, we had already said that our plan was to retake the fort, if I remember correctly, from last session.
Yeah, is that not
We
what
had-
we agreed to do for the mayor?
Yeah, the
Basically,
thing
not
is-
verbatim, but basically.
The thing is,
Yeah.
we're waiting for them to have a night's rest, so they
Yeah.
can.
Hell,
two now.
figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because they
Yeah.
have a better understanding. That's why we were clearing the house. We were going to spend the night with them. In the morning, we said we were at dawn. We planned.
Oh, there we go. We got a map.
Great, that is exactly
do.
what I wanted. That's a lot of stone that I could stone shape.
So they say this is, I believe, let me make sure, but they say that the door by the
I hate when
Ian.
people make maps where north is not up.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
They
that's
can burn and like
And
Just burn it, man.
really
Just-
crappy part,
They can burn like a
Just
bunch
let
of
that
goblins.
shit
the crappy
paint
part
and
about that
flip
is
it.
that the N is sideways.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's a Z. Yeah.
We need to go Zorth! That's how you write
It's like a
names. It's easy, guys.
1970s, 1980s, first edition, second edition character name, Zorth.
Oh
Right
yeah,
there
you're
with
right. That sounds like an elf
Grognard.
wizard if I ever heard one.
Yeah,
We're going Zorthward.
we've come a long
So
way.
the spot right there that you see by the inn is actually the area that is the main entrance. And this
Do you mean that
squiggly
village?
line, there is a moat. This spot by the inn is where this gate by the inn is a way in across the moat, and so is the other side there. if they haven't been destroyed. And I'll give you guys that to kind of give you an idea of
What's
what you're
the bridge
looking
thing at the other end?
Same thing.
It is also a way in. Yeah. Those
So
are the
way
two ways
over-
over the moat.
No, the third one by the
On the left,
all the
The
way to the
squiggly-
left.
with like there's like hash marks going through it.
Yeah.
Secret
that's-
passage, secret passage.
No, you say it's a area that leads up to the ledges where the eagles are. They were allied with the black arrows.
Eagles as in giant, as in
So,
like
it's a-
magical beasts, or as in like a different faction of rangers.
Like eagles, like big eagles.
Oh, neat.
The eagles are coming.
They rescued
Welcome to the Hotel Magnamar. It's an Eagles song.
I was gonna say they rescued Gandalf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Inn of Planar
Planar
Crossroads.
Crossroads.
Oh, I have
Such
to
a
love
lovely
it.
place. Be sure
That
to
is
like
my
and subscribe to
favorite
our
Eagles song.
Patreon. And
Oh,
your
I
content
have to
ID.
have that now.
Plenty of room at the Inn of Planar Crossroads.
Oh, we can each do a part. Oh, I gotta do that. Okay.
Was there any other magic loot found amongst like the +1 shocking longbow and stuff
No,
like that?
and we're
Nope, and we're done.
No,
Like and subscribe.
hard road. But I mean, you can tell him to you guys, but he says that he's missing his shocking bow. But that's all for next
Looks
time.
awkward. Okay.
We hope you
There, I
enjoyed
fixed the map.
coming.
I fixed the map. It's in the Discord.
We hope you enjoyed coming by to the Inn of Planar Crossroads and watching us play through Rise of the Runelords. And we got finished with the homestead. So next time we plan to face Fort Adnick, or at least the players do.
Woo! I'm gonna be sleeping so many ogres.
Probably. I'll have to have some songs ready, some weird songs in my head ready. But thank you for coming by. We hope you enjoyed watching us. We hope you have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.
What the hell is happening down there?
Tulips with me.